Good morning. Welcome to this Thursday's live craft and chat. It's a bit different today for a couple of reasons. One is I'm testing new technical setup here, so, you know, bear with. Two, Kim's here. You can't see her. She did not want to be on camera. So every now and again you might be able to hear her. So don't panic. It's not someone breaking in. Well, she did break in, but it's not someone unwanted breaking in. And then also it's my birthday today. So thank you everybody in the chat who is saying happy birthday. I really appreciate your birthday wishes. Let me know if you can hear everything, if you can see everything. Thank you, Kim. Wow, this is wrapped so beautifully. Oh my gosh. Okay, in joke time. In joke. A while ago, Kim ordered a thing from me that was gift wrapped. This is the thing.
You wrap your own present.
Yep, and you even kept the card. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. I should probably do you guys want me to unwrap the present? Like, I probably should. I know what it is. Unless did you like unwrap it and then just use the wrap packaging to wrap something else just to trick me? I could totally see you doing that. Okay. Good morning, Melissa Nunes, who is currently in Malaysia. Good morning, everybody who is in the chat. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to one of my overhead cameras. We'll see if that works. There we go. And we'll open up my very nicely gift wrapped present. It feels really weird opening. Anyway, I will do it. Oh, I was wondering what was going to happen to it.
I was making sure that somebody who wanted it got it.
This was a blank that we dyed in a live stream. And I really liked it, the carpet bag blank. It's on Sunflower, which is a base I can't get anymore. So it was really like a bit of special both ways. It's 100 grams. Oops, totally just hit my microphone. And it's all speckly colours. And I just had a lot of fun dyeing it. And I thought it would look amazing. And was it you who decided it would look like a carpet bag? Yeah, those tapestry carpet. So I just called it carpet bag. I really love it. I really love it. It's like, of course, unwrap it. Absolutely, Allegra. Kathy Bryce says, I'm older than you, so I can ask your age. Kim says it's only works if you're willing to divulge your own. Kathy has a MacBook Air and she loves it. This is going... Thank you, Kim and Team Fiberific, because it's from Team Fiberific. Oh, thank you. I don't know what I'm going to make with it now. Well, I appreciate that. I do think it's funny that I gift wrapped my own gift, though.
I thought it was funny watching the order.
Yeah, like, oh, because I said if nobody buys this in the next, what was it, 48 hours or something like that, that I would keep it for myself. And then next thing you know, it sold, and I was like, okay. Apparently I'm 21 according to Rebecca Nelson. I'm taking that. Thanks, Rebecca. Enigmata says, I'm not sure why I get so excited when I catch the live show, because live you get to interact more and I get to read your questions and answer anything that I can, and everyone else in the chat interacts as well. It's just more fun when it's live. Jackie says, let it marinate for a while. I will let it marinate for a while, Jackie. I'll have to give it some thought. I'd kind of thought, okay, I'm not going to get to have this one, and I hadn't sort of stopped thinking about it. Hello, Leslie Grant. Thank you. Kathy asks how you use it. Okay, so it's a sock blank which is like these things hanging here, which is basically it's knitted up on a knitting machine, and then you dye it. And there's a little, not everybody puts them in, but I do. At the bottom of it, there's a little sort of tag that says start here. So you just unpick the little thing. There's like a little crochet joint at the end here. Just unpick that last stitch, and then you can just start pulling it out and knitting it straight off the blank if you want, or you can wind it into a ball. So yeah, so this is another kind that I've got just sitting here, funnily enough. Segue. So a very long time ago for Mystery Lace Club, we did a rainbow gradient, which was a mistake because now Kim is on my case constantly about doing gradients. The look I just got, you guys. I really need a camera over there. And so I'm just going to drop into a double camera. So what it is you knit it all out on the knitting machine, and then I dyed it in a gradient. Now these 5 that I've got here are seconds because they've got some color splotching while I was perfecting the technique, and so some of the colors bled a little or was a bit dark in an area. You know, some green went on, like each one is different and has got its own problems. And so these are usually like $45 to $50, but the first 5 people, because I have 5 of these, they're 100 grams of lace weight. It's a silk wool blend. Look, off the top of my head, it's 20 silk, 80 wool. I'd have to double check it, but it's something like that, maybe 15 silk, but it's around there. So there's only 5 of them. So if you send me a direct message in Facebook, the first 5 people can have one for $30 plus postage. So, and then again, you just pick an end and knit straight from it. Or if you want me to wind it into a ball, I can sit down and do that as well. So I can wind them into balls, which is how these guys have got theirs. But if you send me a direct message, you can have one for $30. There's 5 of them available. I'll just grab the next one and the next one. All their little seconds marks are different. Some of them have got different colors in the yellow, but they're all like they weren't perfect is what it was. I was upset that they weren't perfect. So but they still look cute. I'm just gonna have a quick read in the chat. Definitely a true live is more fun when you're part of it. I agree with you. You should knit an edging on it and use it for a beautiful throw. It's not big enough for a throw. Good morning to everybody who's joining the live chat, and good morning to you watching the replay. We're going to be playing a game soon. Freaky says I'd buy one, but shipping to Canada would be too much. Shipping is not our friend at the moment, international shipping. I really have to say. I've got dye I'm waiting on from the US, and it's been sitting in the same spot now for over a week and a half. So I'm really impressed. But yes, so we've got these. I'm going to pop that back over there. So random craft game. We I make out like that's a thing. I don't believe it's an actual thing. It's just a bit like what I've got. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Well, they were blue on top of a blue mat. Kim's laughing at me. Okay. All right, I want to do it that order. Let's go back down. Here we go. All right. So what I've done is I've got these bags, right? Make, size, and yarn. In the bags, there is instructions, okay? And I need to pick one thing from each bag, except for one of them, which is a wild, which means it doesn't choose a yarn, okay? So with the make, we should just start. Do you think, Kim? Do you want to come and pick? You sure? Okay. All right. So should we just get started with the game, you guys? I've got like all these tools. So, okay, what I might do is I might show you the tools and stuff I've got. So make, size, and yarn. So when you pick make, that tells us what we're making. when we pick size, it tells us what size tools we're using. So it'll have biggest, medium, and smallest. So I went through and I picked my biggest crochet hook, which is a 25 mil, my smallest crochet hook, which I didn't want to go down into the fine steels, so I've just chosen a 2 mil hook, and then sort of a medium in between those two, which was a 15.75 mil hook. Now I could have gone down to an 11, but I thought 15 would be more fun. Okay, so I've got that for the hooks. Then I've got knitting needles. The biggest I have in knitting needles, I wanted to use straights. So the biggest I have in straights is 12.75 mil. And then the smallest I currently have in straights is 3.75 mil. And then in the middle of the two is a 6 mil. So we've got those for the straights. And then just for funsies, we also have Afghan hooks, so Tunisian hooks. So the biggest I had again, I wanted straight Tunisians, was an 11.5. So I've got 11.5, a 3.5 as the small, and a 6 as the medium. Okay, so I've got all those, plus the yarn. So that was for all the size stuff. Now for our yarn options, we have some 4-ply yarns. Right, we have some random lace weight that I've just, had, so we're going to use that up. And then we've got some DK, but because I don't actually have any bulky yarn, there's a bulky option, so I'm going to hold 2 DK together. Kim's about to correct me. Here we go, Kim. Yes, Kim.
I was going to say, if you hold 2 4-plies together.
And let's keep going. So, troublemaker. So we'll just hold these together now. I'm sure that, if we go through all the things, 2 8-plies is not going to make a true bulky. It's going to make like a super bulky or some other random thing. But it's what I'm doing. All right, guys, it's what I'm doing. There's no rules in this game. We made it up. So these are our yarns. Now, something I've pulled out, and if we have time, we'll have a play with, which is something I've never done before, which is, I don't think you're going to be able to see this. See that? That is some of the Fiberific, oh my God, my brain just totally quit. String theory. This is a cobweb weight silk. This is 25 kilometers per 100 grams. So I thought we could try and knit or something with that and see how it goes. I've got a little bit on a bobbin here. So we can, maybe if there's time, we can play with that. But I just pulled it out. Yeah, Deb B says poking the bear. I agree, Deb B. All right. So what we need to do is we need to pick each of the things. Jackie's picking on me about this at 16 ply now. Worst friends ever. Okay. All right, so let's just get started. Did I just splosh tea everywhere? It feels like I splashed tea everywhere. Okay. So we're going to make some lace. Knit 1 yarn over knit 1, 11 stitches. I forgot to write how many rows, but I was sort of keeping it on around 2 rows. With size... biggest. So biggest knitting needles. Which size yarn are we gonna get? Oh, there's 2. Hang on, I only want 1. Lace weight. Okay, we're going to knit some lace using my biggest needles, so these ones, using the lace weight yarn. Oh dear. Okay. Yay. This is what we came for, isn't it? Watching Chantel fail at things. It'd be funny if it was what? What? It would. So I've just got some bamboo. What size are these again? 12.75 mil straights. These are just the little short 9-inch ones. Oh, this should be fun. Where's the end? Maybe I should have sorted this yarn before I decided to use it. Hey, this is some pinwheel that I had left over after after I knitted a shawl, actually. The Intrepid shawl by Boo Knits I have in this with some beads. Oh, goodness me. Okay. How many stitches? 11 stitches. Oh, my goodness. Okay. My brain just totally like, how do we cast on again? Yeah, I prefer long tail for most things. This is called Banner. This was a repeatable color. It's one of my glazed dyes that I haven't done for a while. So I'm tossing up whether or not to bring the glazed colors back. So let me know if you like the idea of these glazed colors, and maybe I will bring some of them back. Leave it to Kim to ask my kind of questions. I missed a question. Sounds like a fun make. I mean, fun, by fun you mean terrifying. I don't know why I agreed to this game, because it's like, oh, let's watch Chantal fail miserably live on YouTube. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I need 2 more. 10, 11. Okay. Alrighty. So what are we doing? Knit 1 yarn over to the end and then knit 1. Oh, my hands are shaking, you guys. So this morning, oh, look at that yarn bath right then. Hang on, let me just deal with this. This morning I've been very lucky. My family have been exceptionally generous. About a month ago, my husband gave me an early birthday present, which was my coffee machine. And then today I got the most gorgeous Star Wars handbag, which I love. And then Tim, on the way home from school, drop off this morning, picked me up breakfast potato and a coffee from Macca's. So that was yummy too. I'm just making sure that you guys can see my hands, because I do keep pulling it in, so I'm sorry about that. It's just a habit. When I'm like working on something that I'm nervous about, I tend to pull it closer to myself. Oops. Helps if you get the whole yarn, not just a bit, because these needles are too big. And I've just realized I'm just knitted every stitch. So I'll start my 2 rows of lace next, and Kim's picking on me because I'm not continental knitting, but it's because the needles are very big. It's like when I crochet, I normally crochet as a pen holder, but when I'm crocheting with big things, I tend to knife hold. Let's see if I can continental knit with such big things. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if I can do it. Well, I mean, he's allowed to. He still has to ask. Every time. It also means that in the afternoons he comes out and goes, would you like a coffee? Because what that actually means is he really wants an afternoon coffee, but he knows he's not allowed to use my coffee machine. No, look, probably from now on, he can just use the coffee machine. I think it's too much hard work being so mean. This is just going to be like a big triangle. Because it's not going to be an actual thing, I didn't worry about shaping to make sure it stayed square or anything like that. You almost don't need to add deliberate holes to make lacy fabric with those needles. Absolutely. Kirby says, I've tried pin holding my hand doesn't seem to want to move when holding the hooks and needles like a pen, sorry. All right, let's do the next row. Yeah, so when I wrote down the instructions, I wasn't thinking of like keeping it square or anything like that. So I've got no like knit togethers or anything. It's just going to double in length every round. So, but I'm only doing this one last row. What? Kim reckons 4 rows, you guys. What do you think?
Be able to
I mean, you're right. God, stupid logic. Kim says that I need to do 4 rows because we won't be able to see any sort of pattern in 2 rows. And, you know, she's right. Are you guys bored watching me do this? Or do you want me to keep going? So, or do you want me to start the next thing? Knit yarn over. Hey, I'm continentaling with these big needles. I mean, I don't know how successful it is, but like it's working enough. Yeah, oh right, everyone's agreeing with you, 4 rows. Fantastic. You're all fired. No, definitely not. You're getting a percentage decrease in your salary. Is this making a sampler or will it be a project? None of the above. This is just a game that I'm playing just to, you know, it just said do this thing and we'll be changing yarns and what have you. It's just some fun to do on my birthday, really. I mean, I don't know how much fun I'm enjoying now. I'll tell you what, I really do like how that looks sitting there like that. I really like that. That's cute. Let's keep knitting.
So what's the lace called where it's
Fully fashioned. Well, look, Shetland lace is lace that's knitted on both sides, but it's one of those things where all lace knitted on both sides is not Shetland lace, but it's all fully fashioned lace, if that makes sense. Yeah. I was reading a really interesting discussion this morning on a Facebook page where they were talking about the Handy Andy, the Nancy's Knickknacks Andy and Plier, and about how it's interesting that it's called an Andean plier considering the people in the Andean region don't ply like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. This should be fun. So I sat back but it was a really good and educational chat actually, because of the particular group that it's in. It's a really really fun and interesting way to learn things. But yeah. Just a bit of birthday fun. Kirby says you can fire us, but we can refuse to be fired. Oh, we can refuse to quit. Okay. Navajo. Yeah. And that's another one that is an issue because it's been called Navajo plying, but it's actually a chain plying. So they want I'm gonna seriously hurt you in a minute, Kim. Yeah, so the Navajo plying is another one where it's just using a name that's probably not correct, which is why chain plying has come more into the fray. They are discussing whether what was formerly known as Andean plying should be called bracelet plying, because it's the one where you wrap it around your hand and you have the bracelet. I have a feeling I dropped a stitch at some stage, maybe, and there's a big hole, but I can't tell because there's so many big holes. I ordered those yarn bobbins you were talking about last time. I love them. Aren't they great? I'm going to be doing a tutorial on them very soon for those of you that don't know what we're talking about. And I'll pop in the Fiberific affiliate link for knit picks as well down there for the yarn bobbins. They're just a really fun little tool. One of those things, you don't need it, but it does make life a bit easier when you're doing things that require lots of bits of yarn floating around. She can't sack me when I don't work for her. I mean, that's a really good point. I'm nearly at the end. This is the 4th row. This just has felt like it's taken forever. Like, am I still 43? I can look at you all I want. You're not the boss of where I look. Alrighty, we're nearly there. Oh no. Oh, that was the end. That was hard. Alright. Let's see how it looks. We'll spread it out a little. Do I have to cast it off?
Yeah. I can see it when it's still on the needle.
Man, I'm doing the dodgy cast off. I'm not doing my good one. Kim the bossy. What have I done here? Hang on a second. There it is. Stupid, dumb, stupid. Alright, casting off. I hate casting off. Does anybody have like a least favorite part of knitting? Because for me, it's casting off. Like I will kitchen a stitch. I will cable. I mean, not that I'll cable good because I'm terrible at cables. I will do so many other things, but casting off is just the worst. And you kind of have to do it. You can't not do it. Purling for Sally. You will have a lot of stitches after 4 rows. Yeah, considering I started with 11 stitches, there's a lot more than 11 now, I can tell you that. I'm not doing a stretchy cast off, just so you know. Lindsay doesn't like casting off either. Emma says she doesn't like casting on for big projects. Yeah, like, oh, I've got to cast on 350 stitches in lace weight yarn. Oh, and then the first row is lace. Yay! Where are we? Haven't learnt cables, but casting off is tough. Yeah, it's just like one of those things. And like, you know, not choosing the right cast off for your project can just kill it. Like you put all this work into it, it looks amazing, and then you just do whatever cast off, and then you're like, well, hang on a second, that's puckering here, or it's droopy there. You've got to choose the right cast offs for your project. So if a designer says cast off using this particular method, I would do that method. I would sit down with a YouTube video and learn how to do whatever that method is. Stacy says casting on because I can't count. Allegra says I always undo swatches before I start the project because I just can't leave that 10 to 20 grams not used. That's a decent size swatch you're doing there. I like to launder my swatches with my projects, especially sock projects, so that when I have to make a repair, the yarn that I'm repairing with has aged the same way the project has. This is killing me. This is worse than the actual knitting in the lace with these giant needles. You guys are just like, here, let's make Chantel do all the things she hates. I mean, that's true. Kim, I'm not sure. Can you guys hear Kim talk? You can't. Right, great. That's great. Kim is just like my brain, and she doesn't actually exist. Allegra says, I rarely leave swatches as swatches. I rip them back and put them into the project. Oh, look, if I'm at a point in a project where I'm like, I'm going to run out of yarn, I will use those swatches. I will not, keep my swatch. But if, I've got that bit left over, because do you always use every gram of yarn for all your projects? I don't seem to. So I seem to always, not always, but mostly be able to. Melissa says cast off with a crochet hook. Yeah, there's definitely times when you can do that. Again, you need to make sure it's the appropriate cast off for whatever the pattern is that you're doing. I like casting on with a crochet hook as well. So, you know, but again, you just got to make sure you're doing the right thing for the right project. Freaky said that he heard you giggle, but that was it. Yes, it was evil. I'm still casting off, guys. Oh my god, this was supposed to be a quick, fun thing. The fun is gone. I know. We've still got lots more options in these bags too. I made lots of choices. I think it's 6 things in each bag that we chose. Righty. I think I'm like cast off about halfway. This is the worst. Whose dumb idea was this? Tell you what, I had fun making that thumbnail. That was fun. Did you see the thumbnail for my video, Kim? Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun. It was very busy and crazy and probably not suitable for most things. But for this, it worked. Now I put scraps into a scrap blanket, but I do use every bit of the yarn. Yeah, eventually, yeah. So it's like Fight Club. Kim, you're like Fight Club.
Right.
It's always nice for me to move a stash entry to all used up. I track my total stash numbers each month. Wow, I've not done that. I have sometimes like every couple of years I'll be all like, oh, I need to add my stash to Ravelry. So I'll go through and take photos of everything and add it all to Ravelry, and then that's as far as it goes. And then I'll be like, oh, wait a second, I sold that one, so just delete it. And I don't tend to move them to used or sold or anything. I do not use the tools appropriately. Not enough days in the hour. Gosh. You know how it all turn out to be just him, and Brad Pitt's character was all in his head. Look, I'm gonna make a confession. I've actually never seen Fight Club. I've never been the biggest Brad Pitt fan, so it was not like, oh, it's a Brad Pitt movie, I must go and see it.
Deadpool.
Was he in Deadpool?
Oh man.
Oh,
You never actually saw it.
oh that's
At
funny.
the end when
No, that's cool. I didn't even know. I love Deadpool. Deadpool's a great movie. And Deadpool 2's not terrible. Rolls eyes in disgust. Jackie Doyle is upset with me because I have not seen Fight Club. Look, I've seen all the Fight Club memes. Does that count? I have known to use a crochet hook to cast off. Yep, absolutely. Many, many ways to utilize a crochet hook in knitting. My favorite way to use a crochet hook in knitting is to add beads. I cannot believe I'm still casting off. How many stitches did I end up with? I didn't. Oh no. Quick, put that back over there. Jeez, don't drop your stitches in your giant lace. I mean, this is hideous. Just saying. I have no idea what I was thinking. Anyway, not if you don't know what they mean because you haven't seen the movie. Well, I mean, that's fine. There's lots of things I haven't seen. And it's not going to make me go and watch it. I don't like movies with that much violence in them. I don't like fighty biffy movies. I don't mind like science fiction violence for the most part. It's normally like, you know, phasers and stuff. But I don't like blood. Doing it for the clicks. Yeah, I'm doing it for the clicks. That's the reason why I do everything. Is for them YouTube millions that roll in every month. Oh, come on, Stitch. Oh, my hands are getting tired. I'm such a whingy baby. I'm bored now. Oh my gosh. I do regret not putting knit two togethers in there just to counteract those yarn overs. Also, I hadn't planned on 4 rows. Game Widow says that she was the same about bridesmaids. Stitch markers help to keep the cast on numbers in groups. Absolutely. I generally do place my stitch markers as I cast on, like sort of every 20 stitches, so that I don't have to keep recounting everything.
You know what stitch I love?
What stitch markers do you love, Kim?
Blinglets.
Blinglets? Oh my gosh.
Favorite.
Blinglets. And we just happen to have restocked a whole pile of blinglets in the medium size. In a whole pile of different colours.
Wow. Fortuitous.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that infomercial chick from what are those daytime TV shows? I don't know. Like the is it Mornings? Is that one? I don't know. Anyway, the infomercial chick. So, what would you make with the sumo chef? Well, Sarah, I would make everything with the sumo chef. I may have daytime television on the television in the house, and I walk past every now and again and shake my head like, what is this? Oh, come on. I need a cup of tea break. Jackie says, I do kind of have to agree, mostly violence and or sex scenes that don't actually add anything to the story are annoying. I agree. Good script writing, and you shouldn't need anything that's gratuitous. In saying that, love Deadpool to pieces. And it's like, that movie was hardcore. But how they did it was like I could tolerate the scenes because it was like all the corny one-liners and stuff like that made it so I was focusing on the joke rather than the violence. So, yeah. Mornings with Fiberific. Oh my god. No. Unless it could be a show where I'm in bed going, go away until I have coffee. That's pretty much what Mornings with Fiberific are really like. Oh, come on. We're nearly there. Look at this, guys. I think we just about need to do a lap of honour after this cast off is done. We started off with 11. We knit the first row straight. Then the second row we did knit 1 yarn overs. So that would have made it 20, I think, or about 20. Then, oh, I nearly did a yarn over then. That would have been bad. Then the next row, I mean, I swear to God, we've cast off more than 60 stitches. I can't add. So 20 times 2 is 40, times 2 is 80. Feels like more than 80 stitches. I don't know. Can someone do the math? Because I can't do the math. Yeah, there should have been some knit 2 togethers for sure. If this was going to be a design or a pattern or something, you know, legit, it definitely would have had some knit 2 togethers or some SSKs or something just to decrease it back down again. But that's not the goal. The goal is just to do random things with random tools and random yarn. And we have done it. Look at this. Here we go. Casting off the last stitch. Oh, look at this beautiful creation we have made. Are we ready? It looks like it could be from the ocean. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. I mean, it's very, very wiggly. Do you know when you play those games with the string and you've got 2 people and you do the thing? And you make like the crane and the bridge and stuff. That's what this lace makes me think of. Is that stuff. But there's a lot of stitches. I mean, that was fun. I wonder what it would look like.
Was it fun?
I mean, it's fun now that it's over. She was like, was it actually fun? It is fun now that I've finished. Okay, so we've done the big needles. Big needles. One thing I'll say about these is even though that was 11 billion stitches, these were actually quite light to use and they slid nicely. I mean, there's that. So let's put them back in their little packet. Get in your packet. Oops. Poke. Poke, poke, poke. So I know what size you are. Okay, that one is done. Put the yarn back over there because it may get picked again. Oh, actually, I don't think it will get picked again because I don't know. I don't remember. Okay. We're going to make something. We're ready for the next one, everybody. I'm just going to top my tea up with some warm stuff. So we are proudly not sponsored by T2, who could totally send me tea and tea things and I would be really happy. Licorice legs today, people. Are those needles 8 inches? No, they're 9 inches, these ones. I'm totally not touching that, Deb, by the way. 9-inch needles. Terrible. Cat's Cradle. Thank you, Jackie Doyle. That's what I was thinking of. Random crafting at its best. It looks like it could be an ingredient for sushi. It could be like a lettuce layer in a fake hamburger. Because it doesn't matter, there's nothing in the middle. You've just got the little bits poking out. Anyway, we've got that. All right, what are we going to make next? We're going to Tunisian simple stitch. Now I've got to remember how. I don't even know why I chose Tunisian simple stitch. I've got to remember how to do it. And size biggest. I hate big things. Why did I put 2 biggests in? There's definitely a second biggest, so that was dumb. Yarn. Oh no! I don't want to do this. Tunisian stitch with my biggest hook in lace again. I'm gonna cry. Lace. Biggest hook, which is smaller than the knitting needles. I've got a 11.5 mil Tunisian hook here. It could cause some damage if I hit someone with it. It's very smooth. That's nice. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. How many did I say? How many stitches? 2 rows, 10 stitches. We've already worked out that 2 rows isn't enough, haven't we?
Well, consider you've got to do it.
Stitches. Oh, it's gonna be really hard. I'm not. Look, do you know what? Normally, I'm such a like must pick up the back bump kind of person. Like I like to crochet into the back bump so that you have the nice 2 loops at the bottom. But this is so big and unruly. I'm literally just going to go through the top stitch. Also, it's not actually going to matter if it matches or not because it's not a project. It's not real. Kim's sitting over here laughing at me. What's wrong? Maybe I will. Maybe I will hurt its feelings, Kim. It's not real. Okay. This isn't as bad as the knitting so far. Okay, let me just double check the stitches here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good, I've got 10 stitches. No redraws. No. Self-imposed torture. I know, I wrote these and put them in the bag. I just didn't expect to get 2 biggest lace, if that makes sense. I thought that the rules of random, nature would allow it to actually not do that to me, but obviously it's torture day. Your knitting needle has a bend in it. No, it doesn't. It's got a little mark, and I suppose visually it would look like a bend, but it's perfectly straight and even. Anyway, okay, yarn over, draw through. Let's draw through one, then draw through two, draw through two, draw through two, isn't it? Draw through one, then draw through two, draw through two, two. I mean, the advantage of silky yarn, smooth bamboo, means that this is actually really simple to do. It's going to be the picking up the next bits that is going to be my not favourites. Okay, let's pick up the stitches. Can we even see which bits we're supposed to pick up from? There we go. Oh, this is the problem, is finding the bit that I actually need to go through. Kind of having to pull it to find the stitch every time. Okay, when you're normal Tunisian crocheting, these stitches tend to sit a bit more obvious than when you're doing giant hook with a teeny tiny yarn. The other thing with Tunisian is that you do tend to need to use a bigger hook than you would normally use for that size of yarn. So for me, if I'm doing Tunisian with a 4-ply, I would normally use a 3mm hook on a 4-ply. I want to use a 3.5 to a 4 for Tunisian. And then if I'm using an 8-ply or a DK weight yarn, I want a 6mm instead of a 4 to 5. Wait a second, how can it be simple stitch and lace? Well, it's lace yarn, lace weight yarn, so 2-ply yarn, doing Tunisian simple stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Woohoo! I didn't lose any stitches, Kim. Yarn over, draw through 1. Okay, draw through 2. Draw through. Do you know what? The more I look at this would make a really super soft, squishy scarf or neck warmer. I mean, you'd want it to be more than 10 stitches wide, but it's really nice. It's very open. Actually, when I do this, I'm not as impressed. Just saying. Okay. In we go. And then the things, do the thing, bring it over, do the next thing, bring it over. So this really is not an instructional video on how to do things. I'm not using the right words for describing anything more than torture. I'm waiting until you have to do post stitches with a DK held double and the 2mm hook. Very funny, Lindsay. I thought we were friends. Where's that one? That one has gone there. Okay, I need to go. Hang on. 2, 4, 6. I don't know if I think I may have lost a stitch somewhere. Whoops, it's gone through 2. Oh, it's so hard to see where I'm supposed to work. 100% don't recommend, by the way. 2, 4, 6, 8. I've lost a stitch somewhere. Hang on. Do I have to go back? I'm not going back and fixing it. I was going to say, do I have to? But the answer is no, I don't. I'm not going to go back and fix it. Sorry. Oh no, look, it's the end one. It's the end one. I didn't lose one at all. Yay! 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Woot woot. Okay, yarn over. Draw through 1. Draw through 2. 2. 2. I'm not ending this off properly. I'm just going to take it off my hook at the end of this row rather than do the next pickup row and then take it off there like you're proper supposed to. Okay. That was awful. Alright. Oh no! Yarn's cut. Can't do anything else. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we chose that with our biggest hook in our lace. And this is what we got. I'm going to pinch it out. There we go. Super stretchy. Like, check this out. That's seriously structural right there. But there we go. That one was hard. Not like the voice in... Okay. Why fix it? It's not real. Exactly right, Freaky Geek. Maybe Kim changed them. Well, I wouldn't have put it past her, but I didn't see her near the bags. But if I do notice something that's not my handwriting, I will know who to speak to, for sure. Oh, no, here we go. Freaky Geek's hoping that Bub's right and that you did get in there and change some things. Having the hard conversation says, hey, it's your birthday. Make something you love. And stop torturing yourself. Well, I think there was only 2 with biggest. So this is going over here, back in its little baggie. You know, I'm enjoying this because these are things I would never have done. And so I'm kind of learning how to do something with yarn and tools that I would not normally put together. It's kind of like a fun experiment, but at the same time, this was not fun. Like the whole casting off 11 billion stitches. I don't want to do that again. Okay, so we have, that's 2. Are we ready to move on to the next thing? What do you guys reckon? What do you reckon the next thing is going to be? Like, what size is it going to be? Oh my gosh, hang on. Hold the phones. Lindsay has tested the knotting the yarn and trying to break it. You may have turned me against knotting it. It's a weaver's trick. It's something I was taught so many years ago, is if you don't have scissors handy, you just tie a knot in your yarn. Like, you go like that, not going to break, right? Tie a knot in the yarn, pull the knot tight, broke. Actually, that broke really easily. Maybe the yarn's old. Let's do it with another yarn that's not quite so flimsy. This is a 4-ply, bit of nylon. Not breaking. Tie a knot in the yarn. You got to put, like, just tying it like that's not going to do anything. Pull the knot tight. Broken. It's a legit thing. It's a legit thing. Tying knots weakens your yarn. I don't like those little edges. I'm cutting them off because they're weak. Okay. Then you've got 2 weak spots, Kim. Kim says, what if you tie 2 knots? Okay. She still isn't dealing. There's small hooks and big yarn is yeah, you're right, actually. And it meant I never got to use this big one, which was a big 25 mil. I was going to, like, it could be a weapon, this thing. It's super light. I wonder how many grams it is. I don't know if these scales look like, these are for weighing my beads and stuff, so they might not be able to take it. Turn it on, turn it on. $49.49 grams. 49.51, so it's pretty close. And I definitely have to overhand this one. Underhanding is just it's too big. Go away, little scales. Okay, so I didn't get to play with that one, but yes, knowing my luck, I'm probably going to have to double strand with a 2 mil hook or something. It's like the birthday gods have left me. We are making knit 2 rows, 10 stitches. So it's just a basic little, we're going to do them as 4 rows because Kim's right. we are going to be using the medium-sized knitting needles. Oh, please be the big chunky yarn. 4-ply. Oh dear. This is looking more and more like we're going to be doing lace needles with lace things. All right, medium knitting needles, which are the 6mm. And the 4-ply. This one's not going to be too terrible. That's not beyond the realms kind of. How many stitches am I doing? 10. Okay. So, what are all you guys up to? Like, there's lots of you in the chat. Are you all working on craft projects, or are you just sort of sitting there laughing at me? Oh, what am I doing? I've got to cast on first. I don't know what I'm doing here. What day is it? Thursday. I have to say your small bags are very cute. Thank you. I have to catch the rest on replay. I'm heading out in the dust pool of the Gold Coast today. Oh my gosh, the air is so bad. The air is so bad. Sally has one of those bags. Yes, there's a few people who've got one of these bags. All the original hardcore very first members of Mystery Lace Club have got one of those bags. So that's what. Oh, bye needle. See ya. Game Widows says my house smells like wet sheep and tea tree. Now, just to clarify, she is washing fleece. It doesn't always smell like wet sheep and tea tree. Alright, this is a bit of sunflower that I had left over from something or other. 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah. Oh, look, I was digging through some stuff and found some little bits and bobs. I'm only going to use the barest amount. There's going to be heaps enough to put some of that in my Battenberg. And probably even enough. Look, we've got the scales. There's another little ball in there too. Got the scales. We can check. I can always like not cut it as well and reclaim what I'm going to use here. Okay. 13 grams. Dude, that's going to make me a Battenberg square, which is 3 grams, and also a vivid square, which is 4 grams. Plus extras. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. One more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, I just can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Who thought that the hardest part of this was going to be me counting how many stitches I cast on? Alison's doing some spinning. That's awesome. Deb D's sharing breakfast with the dog. Lindsay Chateau is knitting and she's nearly finished her mochaccino. Allegra is messing around with Melville Idol and updating my diary for the week. What's Melville Idol? I don't know what that is. Stacey's knitting the Peggy Sue cardigan. You guys are all doing so much fun stuff. Claire is just laughing with me and Kim and trying to count stitches. Yeah. Look at this. Automatically, when I'm uncomfortable, because I learnt to knit traditional, like as in that sort of more throwing than continental. What is that? Anyway, so when I'm doing something new or terrifying, I tend to automatically go into throwing stitches rather than continental knitting stitches. Come on, you can do this. The tail is throwing me off. Get out of the way, tail. This one's actually going to come up quite nice. It's not going to be, I mean, it's definitely big for the yarn, but compared to the others, it's going to come up quite nicely. Knit 1 row. Knit the 2nd row. Sally's got to take some good photos of her finished top. Sally, that top is gorgeous and it looks so nice on you as well. I was looking at the photo again this morning and I was just like, I realized I hadn't commented. I'd just pop a love heart on it. And I know, I realized this morning how rude that was. So I fixed it. Allegra says it's a browser-based idle RPG. Okay, cool. There was a game many years ago that I used to love. Thank you, Kim. Hang on. An MMORPG, and it was called Glitch, I think. And the graphics were just beautiful. And I loved it. And then when they announced that they were closing, I was so sad. I don't think I've ever been so sad that a game was over. And we're nearly there. Because there's no yarn overs, it's not going to take 14 years to cast off. Woohoo! Allegra says, I played Rappels back in the day. Utterly gorgeous visuals. I know, the artist involved in these. Is that enough rows, Kim? Yay, Kim says yes. Casting off. Kim is in charge. Guild Wars is also beautiful. I have to have a look into it. I haven't picked a new online game for a while. I just wrote knit, so garter. Trying very hard not to peg knitting needles in Kim's face right now. I'm just going to knit an extra row to calm myself. Calm. Kim's over here going, when you said knit rows, I expected it to be stockinette, not garter. I'm going to knit another row. I'm not calm. I can't be trusted to cast off yet. I just can't. Gosh. Kim. Where is it? I just finished my Nikki Gnome MCal this morning, knitted in Fiberific yarn. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, have I seen a picture yet? I don't think I've seen a picture. If I have, I'm very sorry for forgetting it. That sounds like such a cool name. Rebecca needs a vacation to Australia. I understand. Australia is a great place. Although at the moment, we've got a really heavy dust storm coming through. Don't recommend that. Oh, did you guys see the comment on Stephanie's post where they had the story about all the crows on the highway, and she was like, "Oh, that looks like the highway around where she is during tarantula mating season." I was just like, "Yep, nope, never going there." That sounds like a really big truck in my street. All right, I'm actually not going to cut this off because Kim has very, very clearly pointed out that I could utilize this for my other projects, which I will do. But that's actually really cute. That's all squishy and nice. Looks a bit messy. Probably a bit loose. I mean, I would not recommend 6mm knitting needles with a 4-ply yarn generally, but I mean, that's a fabric that'd be useful for something, right? Trying not to kill Kim. Trying not to kill Kim. Okay, let's put these needles back in the packet. We've still got a couple more options to go in our game. Does this feel like a game to you guys? Maybe not. This bit feels like a game, but the doing things maybe not. Okay, let's just push all those aside. They're all mixed up now. They're just in a pile. Okay, we are going to make, we being me, half double crochet or half treble, 2 rows 10 stitches. This could be very bad. Using, oh, I thought that was a blank piece of paper for a second. DK with, oh yeah, of course, the smallest hook, yeah, because doing half double crochets or half treble crochets, depending on where you're coming from, in DK yarn, that's oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, this chaining part's going to be great. Freaky Geek migrating as well, I think. Spiders have mating seasons. Yeah, they do. Big spider crabs, anything with many legs and large numbers, nope for me. Is it, there's an island. Which island is it where they have the massive spider crab thing? Matt Joes did a beautiful video of it. He was over there with the Google team, and the Google people had their big backpacks on doing the Google mapping, and they were walking through, and there were just these masses of spider crabs everywhere. I was just like, far out. Spider crabs in Port Phillip. Note to self, don't go there. Oh man, this is gonna suck. I don't even know if this is gonna be able to work. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's one. That's what I was thinking of. Where's that? Kim's Googling, guys. Christmas Island has red crabs, and it might have been red crabs. Hi, Bessie Moore. Welcome to the chat. We're playing a game where I'm tortured by yarn and tools. Kim's not sure. Okay. Okay. I'm trying not to split this yarn. Like we all know, there's no such thing as splitty yarn. But I can tell you right now, poking DK weight yarn with a 2mm crochet hook somehow splits it. Just saying. I'm trying really hard to make the stitches big so I can work into them. No, it's not cheating. That's being smart. Is it cheating that I'm trying to make the stitches big so I can work into them, you guys? If she's talking to voices in her head, why does she look off to her right? That's right, because you look off to your left. I've no idea. I don't know what I'm talking about. So glad Kim's not on my left. She's in a chair. Next time I'm totally gonna... do you know what, guys? I set up a really cool thing for us today, and then Snow was like, nope. I set up Snowy Cam. Look at this. I'm going to show you. I'm just going to pop that down there for a second. So Snowy Cam, look at this. I made it. That's Snowy's very empty bed. I'm going to do this. There's Kim, everybody. She's real. She's real. Kim's real. Now Kim's hiding behind my rubbish bag. Kim is real. Oh, I'll turn that off. Don't worry, Kim. Turning it back on. What's wrong? Oh, because it was for the dog. Look. Okay, I'm just gonna... There we go. How's that, Kim? Is that better?
And it's weird because there's like a delay.
Let me just, I'll take your feet out of the shot and some of my mess. There we go. There we go. Straight. Oh, don't do that. There we go. Is that better, Kim? There we go. Kim Cam. Okay, that row 2 is done. It's a nice colourful bed for her. It's just I just got to count my stitches because I'm paranoid about it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Really blonde.
You look very blonde at the moment. I noticed it when you came in. I think I made too many stitches at the start. Oh well. Did we decide if me making big stitches was cheating? Kim says yes, apparently. Should I be making these like tight little 2 oh, hang on. I just... Yeah, but I'm never going to be able to work into this stitch ever. All right, next row, I will do 2mm sizing, or I'll try to do 2mm sizing. She's deliberately hiding. Kim's checking out stock over there. I mean, do you know what? So much easier keeping an eye on her, like with her being naughty now that she's just on my screen. All right, so this time round I am going to be doing the 2mm. Now, I do crochet naturally a little bit loose, but I'm trying very hard to... No, isn't it the opposite? I thought like my little stitches would be the same as Wench's normal stitches. Oh, this is hard. Not physically hard. Hard for me not to automatically try and make the loops fit and work, if that makes sense. Actually, this would work really well for Cheetah Amy. You're right. Kim said, you guys, I keep forgetting you guys can't hear Kim. She said that I should do something with this with Amy. But yeah, this would work really well as Cheetah Amy. It's what you're comfortable with. Yeah, we decided it was cheating. Oh, right. Okay, thanks. Lisa is not my friend anymore. I just needed to point that out.
But that's okay because
Lisa's Kim's friend now. If your hook don't fit, then it's too tight. But if your hook glides through, then that's the right size, is my thinking. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm not cheating by making my stitches too big. I really am, guys. And we're getting some shaping happening. I should probably double check to make sure I'm not losing stitches. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Nope, good. Oh, just hit the microphone again. I've got a new position for my microphone and I'm not used to it and I keep whacking into it. I like where it is. I've just got to adjust. Hey, Kim. Have you noticed how much less cheeky and naughty you are now that you're on camera? Oh, okay. Do you want me to turn the camera off you? Okay, that's good. I should probably have asked before I put you on, but it wouldn't have been as... You look beautiful today. I love those pants so much. They have pockets. Dude, I was reading somewhere or watching something where women are always excited if their pants have pockets. Like men don't go, these have pockets, because men always get pockets. Whereas we don't always get pockets.
And when you say it's got pockets,
you put your hands in the pockets.
To prove that it does.
And that they're good, legit, proper pockets, not little like fingertips in. Yeah, the pants are beautiful. I love them. Look at this. This is really, it's like a little skirt now. If Abby was younger, I'd suggest we could make 2 sides of it and put it on a Barbie doll. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's just because I've gone tighter. Yeah, I've still got 11 stitches. It's the same number of stitches, but because I chained really loosely because I thought I was going to... Kim's showing her pockets. I forget, I don't have to describe what you're doing now.
Everybody can see what I'm doing.
I'll make you a Kim Cam frame, Kim. I promise. I'll make you a nice frame.
I think they'd probably... I think they don't care.
Hey, look, I can swing you a microphone. How far away are you? Nah.
Too far. Oh! I fell over!
You're not too far. You're not too far. This is a really... Uh-oh, I just realised everyone's seeing that I stream in daggy clothes. Camera?
See, that's fun.
Oh, it's, yeah, it's heaps. Alrighty, guys, I've just got to put a microphone input in. Hopefully it doesn't trash everything. We'll soon find out. I'm just making sure it doesn't... Oops, you're hanging out in my pocket. Hello. Up the key. Yeah, until I knocked it down. There we go. Alright, hang on a second, Kim, and I will get your audio input. Mic in. There we go. Unmute. Boya. Okay, Kim, can you try and talk? Oh, you need to turn your mic on. Did you turn it on? It did not work. Did you turn it on legit real?
I did. See?
Okay.
No, it's on.
That's all right. It's supposed to be on camera. So mic in. Hang on. Plus audio input capture. Let's create a new one. Kim mic. Okay. We shall choose. Oh, which one is it?
Welcome to Fiberific streams.
Okay, that. Can you talk? Oh no, that's bad. That's me. It's picking me up. That's on my laptop. Delete. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. It's just because of how it comes in. It doesn't actually name, like all the other microphones have their brand names. This particular one does not do that. So create a new one. She's so far away. It shouldn't pick me up first.
Apparently you got...
Okay. All right, Kim.
What?
Ooh. Ha ha ha.
Bluetooth it.
Add it again. Noise gate. Okay.
Now we can hear.
All right. Can you talk, Kim? No, I noise gated you too much.
Woohoo!
Oh no, your woohoo came in. Oh dear. All right. Can you talk again, please, Kim? I need to see if this works. You're not helping. She's over. Oh, I was about to describe what she's doing. She's over here cacking herself, is what's happening.
When do I ever help?
All right. I think we're good. This feels weird. Darwin, she can hear her. The problem is she's in the same room, so there could be feedback if her mic is on. I've noise gated her mic, so she shouldn't pick her up, and I don't pick her up. Can you talk?
Why?
Okay,
Why?
cool. Nope, that's cool.
I think everybody can hear me.
Yeah, I think so.
Fine.
All right. The
Fine.
things that we learn to do on the fly. Now, what am I doing? I'm finishing off. This is my last row of teeny tiny crochet. All I can say is thank goodness this was not with the 2 strands. That's all I can say. This is quite tight. But you know, this is another one of those lessons. This would totally be useful fabric if you needed something really tight, like say for an ami or a handbag or something like that. This clover hasn't really split up. I'm using some Andromeda DK here that I had in a little ball, and it hasn't really been splitty or anything like that. I'm quite surprised.
But Andromeda's gorgeous. Why would it be
Oh,
splitty?
I know. I'm so sad about Andromeda. Andromeda is being phased out. What we have is what we have. The mill makes it differently now, and it is not the same. So yeah, the problem is, I'm reading the same things. So you guys can hear Kim okay. She's trying to talk, yeah.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue, isn't it? Is your mic, because you can hear yourself through, is it unbalanced? Our voice is unbalanced, like one of us quieter than the other?
Why would I tell you?
Like, am I quieter than you?
No, you are not.
Are you quieter than me?
No.
Why don't make the yarn? The mill that I buy this from have changed how they've made quite a few of their yarns, and the last batch of this I bought is, look, it's a nice yarn, but it's not the same. It doesn't have the same handle. It's okay, but this was one of those yarns that was a bit like, oh my god, how good is this yarn? And the other one that they've replaced it with just doesn't match up. But I would definitely consider using a 2mm hook. I thought that was going to be dumb. But if I need something dense, like for a bag or something like that, this would be perfect. And while it was hard for me more to make sure I wasn't cheating and breaking our rules rather than physically hard doing the stitches. Does that make sense?
I think you'd probably find if it was something with more twist,
Yeah.
it would have been easier to not split.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't, the thing was, it didn't really split. It was more that I was concerned it would. I need to roll my chair over. I'm not really in the middle. There we go. I'm just worrying about
Go back a bit.
It's like,
Go back a bit. Go back a bit.
Kim just wants me to knock over her camera again. Oh, look, I went to all that effort to get that beautiful framing of Kim before without all the junk in it. And now, look, there we go. That's my bag of rubbish. There's lots of lolly wrappers in that bag. They're not all from me. Kim has snacks. Okay, so we've done that one. That was actually deceptively enjoyable. So, yeah, deceptively enjoyable having that like that. When I make amis with DK, I use a 2.2mm. Oh, there you go. I didn't even consider making amis with DK in a small hook. I've always made my amis with a 4-ply. So, and always, I need to add, my amis have always been bad. I've always made very bad amis, so I don't. Okay, so that yarn's over there. That can go over here into the pile of duns. This hook can go over there. All right, we are ready to make the next one, but I need some more tea. More hotness. Breaking craft rules can really get the creative spark going. You're right, Leslie. It really can.
Dizzy needs an explanation on what we're doing.
Oh, okay. What's this game? Someone explain, please. So, Dizzy, what I've done in these bags is I've just put in something that we're going to try making, the yarn weight, and the size of the tools. So if you scrub back through the video, you'll be able to see some of the things that we've already made. But it was things like, you know, a medium-sized tool, knit 2 rows using lace weight yarn, and we got...
No, 4-ply.
The knit... Oh, sorry, yeah, that one was the 4-ply. You're right, Kim's right. And then I put that over here, so because I wanted to reclaim the yarn, because I'm cheap. So yeah, we're just playing. It's like roulette, sort of. It's roulette. Okay, so the smaller the hook, the tighter the work. Yeah, because It's the diameter of the actual individual tool that denotes how many stitches. So when people talk about, I've only got a 4mm hook, but the pattern calls for a 4.5, is 1/2 mil going to make that much difference? The reality is if you're doing 2 inches worth of work, probably not that much difference. But if you're doing it over a sweater, it's going to make a huge difference. You're losing 1/2 mil in every single stitch for hundreds and hundreds of stitches. So it's totally going to be narrower, like, and by a good inch. Now, if you need it to be narrower by an inch, that's a great thing. But if you don't, you're going to have a sweater that you can't wear. So it's really important, and that's why gauge is a thing. Not that, you know, none of us really like it that much, but that's why it's a thing. Where are we? Slightly dictated freeform. Totally I don't freeform at all, Dizzy. I can't. My brain doesn't let me. Bessie says, I like using smaller hook sizes for most patterns as I like a tighter stitch, so I end up using more material. Is that so you like the tighter stitch, but you end up having to do extra rows to make up your extra length, things like that? What if that's not a good inch, but a nasty bad? Well, I mean, it could be a nasty bad one. All right, let's go. We're on to our second last thing. We're going to make a granny square, 3 rounds. We might do 4 now that we're doing more of everything. We're going to use, oh, fantastic, bulky 2 strands of DK using the small hook.
Melissa wants you to know that she's listening in the car.
Oh, cool. Thank you. For some reason, there's 1 left in that bag. Hang on. I think there's 3 in that one. Oh, Kim. I think I've put something like there's one with wild written on it. I don't want to look because it will wreck it. Can you check to see if the wild is in, which bag the wild is in while I do the next thing? The wild needs to be in the make bag. So I'll give you those because I don't want to cheat. So I'll work on this nightmare of dumbness. Small hook, granny square. I thought it was bad enough doing the 2mm with the DK. Now I'm doing 2mm with 2 DK. I'm only going to do 1 round of magic lube. Alright, so I'm using 2 skeins of Andromeda DK here. This could end badly. Now these clover hooks slide really nicely, you know, usually. But this is just, oh, I've dropped the blue, hang on. This is really awkward. With the 1 DK on the 2 ply, that was okay. I could do that. This is much harder.
I don't know what you've done.
Is there a one that says wild on it?
There is.
Is it in the make bag?
There is. And the ones that are in the yarn bag are yarns, and the one that is in the size bag sizes.
Okay,
so you had extra options for yarn.
Would you like to make up an option in a make?
Do you trust me?
No, but I'm going to.
Maybe we can, like, people can suggest things that you can make.
Okay, all right. So we can pull out the things. Oops, hang on. 1, 2, 3. I've done too many. I need to. All right. I don't know what I did, honestly. I thought I was so clever this morning. The answer is no. I was not. Look, these 2 colours are going to marl together really cutely if I can actually pull this off. Is all I'm going to say. Oops. With worse weight 4. Which one's weight 4 again? Is that worsted? This is sort of more the equivalent of a bulky or a super bulky. This is like a, I would say an 18 to 20 ply. You be quiet over there.
So why did you give me
I'm
a
just thinking,
microphone
I
if
was
you
just
want me
thinking
to
that
be
exact
quiet?
same thing. Like, I can mute your microphone, but I can't mute you. Oh man, I have trashed this. I'm losing strands of the yarn because it's just too much for this little poor little 2 mil to do with. Draw through. Nope, lost the blue one. Okay, this one's a little painful. Come on, we can do this. We'll make them a bit more open just so that we can fit everything in. Come on, blue yarn. There we go. 3, 2. All right. Okay. We're nearly halfway through the foundation row. Yay! What's wrong?
Face
Oh,
cam.
thank you.
Lindsay wants you to do brioche.
No. No, I need a book in front of me when I'm doing brioche. I'm really not comfortable with it. I love it and I think it's beautiful, but it's not something I can do from memory. What have I done there? I pulled the yellow through the blue. I'm just keep going to grab a different hook. Actually, a friend asked me to help on an Afghan to show support of our police. She's making the Afghan and I'm making the stars to attach. That's nice. Okay, keep the tension. Nope, lost it. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh, nope, I lost it again. It's just too much for this poor little hook to drag through. It copes okay until I've got to pull it through the loops. If I pull it really tight, it'll make it skinnier. There we go, that worked. Whoops, and then I didn't pull it tight enough the second time. We can do this. We have the technology. Hey Kim, thank you.
What?
Kim Nelson said happy birthday. Not you, Kim, different Kim. I should have been more specific, I'm sorry. Oh man, I couldn't hear that, but I bet the chat could. I don't like that. That you could sneaky talk to the chat and I can't hear. Okay. Alrighty, we're getting there.
Question, Rebecca.
We're getting
You should
there.
answer Rebecca's question.
Oh, sorry. Are we doing? Oh, are we doing 2-hour lives from now on? Yeah, we're going to try. I'm not making any promises from week to week. For a couple of weeks until I get into the swing of it. But yeah, we're going to try. Kim's been on my case for years about it, so I figured, she helps out with lots and lots. 1, 2, 3. All right, I need 3 more. Oh.
This would be really entertaining for the die streams if I'm so far away that you can't hear me.
It would not be entertaining for the die streams. I don't know if I can bring this mic out for die streams. Like that one I can. This one I'm not sure about.
You could hang it off the rafters.
I probably could actually. Are you guys happy with the new audio setup of the live chats? Is it made any difference whatsoever? Aside from Kim having audio at all, I mean, just in generally, does it make a difference? Cool. I'm trying to sort some things out for our live chats to make them a bit better and a bit easier. Oh, thank you, Bessie. I've never learned the difference in the weights. They're either thick or thin yarn, scratchy or not. Fair call. Had to get the fleece out of the yucky water and put it back into a rinse bath. Yes.
At Freaky, I'm actually watching... At Freaky? What am I saying at Freaky? Freaky, I'm actually watching stream on my iPad.
Yeah.
So that I can do the
moddy
stuff. So So I'd still know what she's doing.
Yep. Okay. This is this is like, where is the top of that stitch?
But you're not even going into tops, are you?
Oh, I'm joining up a I'm just joining this first round.
Lisa's purling. I'm so
Do
proud.
it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Try not to wiggle my chair back too far or I'll wipe Cat Kim. Okay. You can do it, Lisa.
Claire says I'm a wonderful friend. See?
She just doesn't know you very well, that's all. No, Kim is a wonderful friend. Everyone needs a friend like Kim. She's here, you can have her. I'm kidding, sort
I
of.
just have to have somewhere where I can come and gate crash every now and again.
Yeah, it was so exciting. Like the dog, you should have heard it. I didn't know Kim was coming today. And the dog was losing its mind. And Tim's like, because my husband's still working from home. And he was like, wow, she is really losing it out there. And he goes out and he's yelled out, Kim's here. And I was just like, what? And he was like, no, Kim's here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And he was like, you didn't know she was coming? And I was like, no. And he was like, she knows it's live stream day, right? And I'm like, yeah, Kim's like on top of this more than I am. Like I'll be like Wednesday night, it's tomorrow Thursday. Oh, this is not going to be this is not going to be a comfortable granny square. That's all I'm saying. It is not squishy. It is not soft. It feels like cardboard.
It could be a pot holder.
Yeah, well, it's pure wool. It would take some heat. It could be a trivet. A trivet. Put hot things on it. It deserves it. I'm very much struggling with this. And not cheating. Like, I could make these loops much bigger and deal with it. But apparently if I do that, it's cheating. So I'm trying very hard not to be a cheater either.
We remind her about lots of things, Emma.
Yeah, lots and lots of things. I forget so much stuff. I'm not a good person. You need me to remember something, you pray to God I've written it down somewhere, I'm never remembering it. Oh dear. On playground duty, so sporadic comment time. Fair enough. And the Zoomers remind me as well, absolutely.
There's no crochet police, but there is Kim with a microphone in the same room.
Oh, that's so true. So it turns out, if you put your tongue in just the right place, it works.
I've heard that about lots of things.
I know, I didn't think it was ever true, but in this particular instance, mostly, there we go. I split my...
Ah, Melissa's home. She can catch the last 20 minutes.
Yay!
Melissa, you missed me showing the pants. But you've seen them anyway, so you know.
Melissa's like, what? Kim's got a microphone? No. Oh, that's right. Melissa's been listening, so she knows you've got a microphone. Where are we? I've got to get better at dealing with the yarn. It just takes practice, Lisa. That's all it is. It's just perseverance and practice. And you will get it. Like, you have learnt so much in such a short time in relation to yarn and spinning and spindling and knitting and crocheting and all the things. And it really is just practice. And I know I hate it when people go, you just have to keep trying. And it's just like, I don't want to keep trying because what I'm doing isn't what I want it to be. Oh, I've split the yarn. Hang on. But you really do just need to persevere, and you're doing a really good job.
Melissa's just worked out now she can see me as well.
Oh, that's right. We moved the Snowy Cam to be Kim Cam. Because Snowy ditched us, didn't she, Kim? Next time.
How many rinses does she need to do on the fleece?
2.
I could throw my shoe at the webcam and knock it over.
And I can just lean back and pick it back up again. Ooh. Pushing Kim's head. Where's my finger? There we go. Oh, this is so fun. I'm such a 12-year-old. Hey, Kim, does your head hurt?
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, this is so fun. And my computer's like really coping fine.
Andrea Kerr says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Andrea Kerr. Where are we? I learned you keep rinsing till the water runs clear. Or is that only with dyeing? That's more with dyeing. So if you're happy with how clean the fleece is now and you're just rinsing, I rinse twice. But if the fleece is still a bit grubby, because sometimes, especially ram's fleeces, are real gross and they'll need a second run through the fibre scour.
That's because boys are gross.
Boys are gross in general. It's cross species.
Sorry, Freaky.
Yep. Sorry about that, Freaky. Oh, I think I'm bending this hook. Okay. I'm going to give up soon, you guys. This is really hard on my little hands.
You should have used a steel hook.
But all my steel hooks are in the house somewhere random. I don't know where they are. Oh, except for one pack over there, right next to behind the tape gun, under the stuff is like a little pencil case looking thing, like a little maroon. So if you, it's on the workbench there. It's under the tape measure there. There's like a maroony looking pencil casey thing. I think I've got steels in there as well.
I think something just fell down.
That's alright. It's probably just something important.
You do, but they don't have handles.
Well, at the moment, the handle's not helping me. It's just hard work. Is there a 2mm in there?
What is it?
It was a weird set. I think that's a boy set. Some of the size options were just odd. Kim is holding in her hands my very first crochet hook set I ever bought for myself. And I think I've lost some of the hooks out of it.
There's one missing.
Well, that's not too bad.
Which is probably 2.5 or 2.
I've got some hooks in a hook roll inside, so it might be in with those.
It's probably with your bead knit.
Oh no, I tend to use more like a 1 or a 1.5 with my bead knitting. And I like the tulips for that. Oh, come on, little thing. I have to cheat. I had to make the chain bigger. I'm sorry, it just was not going in. Kim's sneaking in. Thank you, Kim.
Oh, busted.
All right, I am actually going to call it on this one. I'm really struggling hard to use a 2mm.
Admitting defeat.
I'm admitting defeat. 2mm hook, not cheating and making the loops bigger. Rebecca's kind of scared of Tim. We all are, Rebecca. We all are.
Only because I'm a stalker.
I think that if I was able to just make the loops bigger, it would have been fine. But because we were trying very hard not to do that, which is the point of the game, then it was a struggle. So I do like how the yarn's coming together in this sort of, this marling. I like that. I think it's cute. I like these two colours together. But I also think it's probably just too much yarn for a 2mm hook. So we're going to call that one. I'll push them to the side. Put that over there.
Did you forget the corner on that corner?
Say that again?
Did you forget a corner on the right corner that you started on?
I'm in the middle of it. Yeah, it's got to start. I've got to do a second corner. I join in and do the second corner.
Okay.
Yep. Kim, I believe you have my little baggies.
No, they're inside your hook case.
Oh, sorry.
Surprise!
Surprise! Okay. Size, make, so we'll start with the make.
Oh, Lisa's dropping stitches.
Oh, spindle spin. Which size spindle spin am I doing? Medium. Okay, so I don't need yarn for that. There's still 2 yarns, but there's no more sizes and things in there. So what I was going to try with this, okay, bear with me, is I was going to try spindle spinning, but utilizing either the crochet hook or the knitting needle to see if I can spindle spin a little bit on that, which may or may not work. I have fluff. Oh look, fluff. Just some random merino that I brought out.
On the base of the spinning thing to make it spin.
Sorry?
Don't you need something heavy on the base of the...
Well, there's 2 different styles of spindles. There is top well spindles and bottom well spindles. So technically speaking, so what have we got? Medium was what I needed. So if I went with the medium, I'm just going to grab this mini Tunisian hook. Technically speaking, if I use the hook as the top, then I've got a little bit of weight in the bottom. It's very light. Will it stand up by itself? No, I can't weigh it because it won't stand up by itself. Look, it just may not work, okay? This is just me trying stuff. This is really old fibre. This probably is not the best idea.
You should use your combs.
Well, I could use my combs, but I don't want to. Okay. Redrafting, just to try to make my life a little easier. I don't even know if this is going to work, guys. This could be the biggest fail in Fiberific history. Actually, it's not. We've had some much bigger fails than this, definitely. Alright. Alright, we've got a little bit of fluff. I'm going to just cheat and just hook it on the hook and get some twist in. We don't have any weight. It is not centered. It's not meant for this job. This is a crochet hook. It is not a spindle. So what I'm going to do is twist and pinch. Because what I think would work better is, like, when you're very first learning to spindle, some people recommend that you spindle using your thigh, the outer edge of your thigh. I'm just moving the chair because I'm going to move a camera if I can. I'm just double checking where I am. Okay, close your eyes, everybody.
You could just use Kim Cam.
I could have. There we go. Outer edge of my thigh, and my very dirty floor that I did not. So you can just roll it across your leg. Okay, so draft and roll. So when you're very first learning to spin, you can spin with a pencil, with anything. Alright. Fell off, but I'm just going to wrap that bit on.
Apparently Freaky stabbed himself with the pencil, so he made a drop spindle instead.
Well, I mean, that pencil deserved it. And as it gets a bit of weight onto it, like some of this yarn getting onto it, then we may be able to treat it a bit more like a drop spindle. But this is a really slow way to make yarn, let me tell you. I do not recommend. Oh, we need some twist. We're losing it. And like anything, you've just got to keep spinning it in the same direction. So I'm pushing rather than pulling. Just that's how I remember it. Just push it down your leg rather than pulling it back up. I just realised, oh, there's a big lump in the middle. I'm going to need to go in and fix it. And I'm like, no, I'm not. It is not going to matter.
You can fix it. You could show everybody how to fix it.
I'm making yarn on a crochet hook. So when people say you need really fancy, expensive spindles, I have a friend here in Brisbane who teaches kids how to spindle by stabbing a pencil into an apple. And that's what she uses. Or rubber bands an old CD onto the bottom of a pencil with some grommet bits to make it the right size. How much of this do I need to do? Just out of curiosity, like enough to knit a sweater, or
Yeah, totes. Make socks.
oh, make socks. You should have told me that before I started spinning them. It's not the right weight for socks.
Well, they could be like house slipper socks.
This is so-called Navajo. Yeah, they tend to like. Yeah, it's a definite different style. It's not tricky. It's just time consuming, and you got to keep the tension on it, otherwise it will come undone. And if it comes undone, you lose all your twist, and it's like bye bye all your hard work. Got to start again.
Is that the case with normal spinning as well, though?
Normally, with regular spinning, the weight of it can hold the tension to a degree, whereas because this hasn't got any real weight to it yet, maybe if I had have chosen one of the other tools to try this on, it might have worked. It's starting to get a bit of a roll on by itself now, which is good. It's so windy out there, isn't it? We're in like a little tin shed in my front yard, and the wind is just insane. And because we've got some trees around the shed, they rub on the roof. It's a bit scary.
Like the axe murderer grinding an axe.
Bessie says, it looks like fun, but I don't think I'd be able to keep the same thickness. I'm definitely not keeping the same thickness, Bessie. Look. Where's the camera gone? It's going thick and then thinner. And look, but like anything, practice and you could. It's all down to, like, the thickness of your yarn comes down to your preparation. I did not prepare this fibre enough. Because I
think Bessie's leaving again.
Oh, okay. Bye, Bessie.
To answer Rebecca's question, I've been making a baby blanket, and there's a lot of ends.
Oh, yes.
I'm over it.
I'm not a fan of all those ends, are you? We have been hearing about the ends.
And also, I ran out of yarn. But,
Oh, yeah, that's right. And you've got to order more. Now
I
you've got to wait
ordered
for it
more.
to come.
Now I have to wait.
Did you order any of those bobbins? Oh, you ordered bobbins already, haven't you?
I ordered bobbins for everybody else. I didn't.
Oh,
order any
okay.
for
Didn't order any
myself.
for yourself.
I don't need bobbins.
A little thing to throw out there, you guys. If you want to support Fiberific and the Fiberific YouTube channel and all that sort of thing, over on the Fiberific website, there's a page called affiliates. It's in a menu at the top, and if you use those affiliate links, Fiberific gets a little commission off each of your orders. So if you want to order at, say, Knitpicks or Amazon or anything like that, and you want someone to get a little commission for any of your purchases, then by all means use that one. How many? Oh, sorry. I went to read a freaky comment and decided against it.
Knit Spin Girl, I've been looking around trying to see what would add weight that I could throw at Chantel to add to her hook.
Bit of blue tack on the bottom would do it, but it would also collect any fluff and dust. So you guys been thinking about which combination of these things I should try to do? Bye, Deb.
You realise it's like 3 minutes to 12.
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't. Wow, this is really, the time has really flown by. I suppose we did pause in the middle and mic you up and, all that stuff. Now we know we can.
Only if I'm here.
Yeah.
Next time I'll stay inside.
You can go and hang out with Tim.
I'm sure he'd love that.
Yeah. You'd think that's great.
Yeah.
Especially if you sat at the dining table talking and laughing the whole time. He loves that when people talk to him while he's working. It's his favourite.
You see, it sounds like you're saying that from experience.
Yeah, he really, yesterday I was like, okay, I need a sounding board, honey. And I don't need any advice. I just need to get it out of my brain.
I just want to vent.
It wasn't even a vent. It was like, because like Kim knows that I'm trying to trial some new live streaming options here, and there's a few options, and there's a lot of different platforms and softwares, and they all have their pros and their cons. But what's happening is I'm getting a little bit over face cam is really what's going on, and I'm trying to find alternatives so that we don't have to deal with face cam anymore. And one of them is straight up replace the camera, which is actually on the table. I never thought I would hear myself say that. Another thing I'd never think I'd hear myself say is another option is to run another software, but that particular software involves running on a Mac, which again, I never thought I'd hear myself say. And so I'm like going through like, rattling off all these software names and specs, and he's just paused. He's gone, you don't want me to respond or anything because I'm lost.
When you opened your mouth
and
said,
he's like,
I'm thinking about getting a Mac.
Yeah. Kirby says, how long have we got? Like a minute, Kirby. 1 minute. So if you guys want to support Fiberific in what we do, this was just a bit of an unusual situation today. I want to do something a bit different for my birthday. So I decided we could play random craft game. And I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I actually did enjoy it, even though I was whinging. It was fun. It was fun because it was like, okay, I have to do this thing. But anyway, if you want to support Fiberific, you can by jumping over and becoming a Patreon. Patreons don't get a lot for their money, like if I'm being truthful, other than the fact that they know that they've supported Fiberific. But when I do bring out pre-recorded videos, you get early access to those. There's different levels that get different things, so you have a look into those. But the other thing that I've started doing for all of my Patreons, not just those that are the $15 level, is which the $15 level Patreons get an additional and private with just the $15 Patreons, is that we're going to start doing some regular behind the scenes videos where video calls, I should say, they're Zoom chats. So I'll be hanging out in the office here, working away, chatting, and you guys can have a chat with each other as well as chat with me too. So that's something we trialed.
I need to spend more time on Zoom with.
Yes, you definitely need to spend more time on Zoom with me, Kim. Kim doesn't already spend daily time with me on Zoom.
Well, I don't, because you keep bailing on it.
I do keep bailing. This week the last couple of weeks have been a bit rubbish, to be truthful. Look, I actually ended up spinning all of that fibre. Look at that. Done. We made yarn.
Because you've got your camera in the wrong place now.
Oh, God. Hang on a second. Kim's right. There we go. All right. We made yarn. I made yarn, not we. Me. It was all me. I made yarn using a crochet hook. Now, it's not good yarn. It's very bad yarn, I will say. But I will try and ply it into a 2-plies and see how it looks, but not today. So,
Alison, we have birthday donuts, but there are no candles.
There's no candles, that's right. We do have birthday donuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into this one, but I just need to add something to it. I just need to add that. Oh, look. Like, you knew that's what I was going to add.
Yeah, I did.
You-
Because I knew face cam.
Yeah, also, I just
That
need
would
to,
be really weird if
Inside the face cam permanently, and then we go.
oh dear. I've got to go in and make sure these are all added in all the scenes so that when I change scenes, I can just block them out for when you're not here, but I want to make sure that they're all here for when you are here.
Do you think this is ever going to happen again?
I'm preparing just in case. Just in case. Where's her birthday cake with candles to blow out? No, it's going to come. It's going to come. I don't like to eat on camera. I don't mind drinking tea. I will happily drink tea all day long. Something happened there. Speaking of the camera. That was a weird face cam problem. Fixed, sort of.
Sleepy.
Yeah, it went to sleep. Half went to sleep. Okay. Blow out a torch. No. Where Kim did something that's new. Yeah, it was a bit new, wasn't it? That's all right. It's okay. And that's one of the reasons why I'm looking into some of the alternatives that can possibly fix this, maybe. So we'll see. It's interesting and stressful and exciting and stressful all at the same time. Did I say stressful twice? It's because it's got twice the stress.
So much stress.
So much stress. The whole concept of me even entertaining the idea of a Mac is anxiety causing. It's like I don't even know who I am anymore.
Lisa, you're not annoying. Does that webcam have a cable?
Yes. Why?
Where is it?
Why? What do you want to do with the webcam? At the moment, it's running up over there and around and here.
No, that works.
Yeah, this webcam.
Okay, because I couldn't see the cable.
Got a black
behind it.
cable.
Ah, there it is.
And then it's attached into an extender so that it could go round everything. Sorry, guys. What do you mean, go the Mac? Oh, it's Sally. Of course, Sally says go the Mac. Lisa says once you go Mac, you never go back.
I
Well,
thought that was supposed to be black.
yeah. Look, there seems to be some interesting live streaming software available on Mac. So I'm going to trial some stuff and see what we can do. Where are we? My problem with
Everyone
Mac.
should stay tuned for some tech.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good point, because at some stage I'm going to, so I first of all have to see if I can put all the inputs in that I use, like hello camera 1, camera 2, microphone here. I mean, this extra webcam down here, that's not usual. Secondary mic, not usual, but this has been good. Like, no,
Who's it been good for?
it's been good for the chat, Kim. It's been good for the chat. But it's also good to know that this system can do it. Like, is the other thing as well. It's good to know that we can have a secondary mic in if we need to, and we can have an extra camera if we need to. So it's a really good, like, sorry guys, guinea pigs, Fiberific live chat crew. Hashtag guinea pigs. But we will be doing some tech streaming soon. If you are interested, just keep an eye out for it. I'd love it if you could jump in and let me know what you can hear, what you can see, and if it's glitchy or laggy, that would be really good. But I also understand that if you don't want it, it could be just a little bit annoying over the next couple of weeks while I do some trial and error. So please bear with me while I try and make this a better experience for all of us.
Not better for me.
Not for Kim, but we're not that worried. Anyway, I really want to say a huge thank you to everybody who came in today and who watched all the way to the end of this crazy adventure of random craft things. I'd love to know what you thought of the random craft game, and what we could do to make it better or more interesting. Because I think I'd like to run it again one time, because that was kind of fun, but I kind of threw it together overnight. So
Well, we only came up with it last time.
we only came up with it during Zoom last night. So I sort of like ran around this morning. I'd like to set it up with like little like digital spinning wheels, like chocolate wheels, so you can choose the 3 different things and have it appear.
IKEA have a spinning wheel.
They do have a legit chocolate wheel. I keep forgetting they can hear you now. I'm so used to them not being able to hear you. I know, but like, how many years have you come in and joined in chats, and they've never been able to hear you before? So, it's been so much fun. But I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and have coffee and eat birthday donuts with Kim, and show my husband what he's not getting, and also. And yeah, I'm just going to have a good day. So I'll catch you all later. Be good to each other.
Bye. Everyone.